Hey people, welcome to a new video. As you've seen from the last one, we were just stripping off all the bits around the vehicle. So now we are getting into the repair side of things. I've just started on the roof, taking the rust, just moved all the silver stuff out into the back shed so I can just focus on one thing at the moment. So I plan to do all the blue first, and then once all that's done I'll do all the silver. I've just been attacking some rust up on the roof. Just been cleaning these out back to bare metal. That was really pitted. Using the belt sander and this is actually an air hacksaw. And what you can do is use it on the corner and it chews out all the rust, because sometimes it's quite deep in the steel. And basically I'm not going to bog this. I'm going to use a substance called panel bond, which we use for panels and gluing on roofs and that kind of stuff. It's got anti-rust prohibitor in it. It's like an epoxy type glue, so it'll set rock hard and you won't have actual body filler as such in the roof. See, there's a new hole there which shouldn't be there, so I'm going to have to take it from underneath and see what's going on and how bad it is. So at the moment I've got a hole there and a hole at the back side of that corner, and I have some rust underneath this but I haven't attacked that yet, but so far no holes from the top. Panel bond is in now, so this stuff takes about, we got about an hour's working time, and then it sets over 24 hours and goes rock hard. So I'm just going to attack these end ones at a later date, because I need to go home and I have another on my 4AG blacktop to build, and that's what I'll be doing this weekend. More work on that, so this can have a rest till next week. It's cleaned out all around my patch hole. It's got to bend up that rail, what do you call it, underneath. And just working on the front here, cleaning it all up. There's a few little minor holes but not worth patching. Just cleaned up underneath here. It's not too bad, and I'm just going to start work on the other side. So that I'll just panel bond up and fill up the holes. It's not worth cutting a big patch out for those. Just started on the next side, the front here, a few little holes there. I've just put the hood lining down on this side and a few crumbs there hanging around, and we were looking another festery mess. Must be common to have it in each corner. So I'm deciding whether to just pull these out and not have them at all, because I think it's the whole cause of the whole issue. Like, there's a bit of rust around these, but not as bad as each end. Right, just cleaned out up under there, and the top of this rail here, clean it back to bare metal. But yeah, the rest of the roof's super clean. It's just these 4 points all clean. And just the back corner I've got to finish now. I've done that one, just got to put the patch in it. I've done that one, and I've done this one, cleaned it up. And I'll just stick this rail back up and clean the rust off the end of that there. Yeah, I've already done these few patches here. Well, not really patches, this panel bond. Yeah, I'm just got to clean up this one. Hopefully not so bad, because it's yeah, no holes yet. It's just making a patch up for this. So what I've done is folded up the same profile as the roof. So it just sits on there like that, and it will essentially go like that but underneath, and I'm going to glue up from under there so there is no welding involved. Just got to grind it up and use the panel bond again, and yeah, just got to re-grind all that because a bit of surface rust has grown over the last couple of days. And yeah, grind this up, stick it up, and let it set over 24 hours, and then it'll be hard as a rock. Plus it seals it all, There's minimal grinding, there's pretty much no grinding, just sanding, and yeah, be all done. Just finished for the night, so I've just put panel bond over where I've been working. It's filled the one little hole that was there, and put all through these ones where the pitting were. So I'm just going to sand it off when it dries hard. I've put my patch in there, and I've actually put the bolt through to the stringer and pulled it up tight, so it pulls the patch up tight against the roof skin. And these bits of metal are just to spread the load so it doesn't sort of sag in where the pressure is. So that's all done, and at the moment underneath it doesn't look the greatest, but yeah, just a big patch under there. And when it's all dry, I'll just spray a whole lot of cavity wax all over it, which is anti-rust prohibitor. The side will just, yeah, put some panel board up under there, which will go rock hard. Just in the pits, walk around. Done the same here, and put a bolt in there, just pull the stringer up, because I pulled it down to clean the rust between the skin and the stringer. And same at this end, I'll just put more panel bond over the pitting of where the rust was, so there is no bog needed. Well, not proper bog, polyester bog. The stuff dries like rock, so that's the main thing. Another night working my truck, so I'm about to sand all my roof down with 180 grit sandpaper. That's my patch that I put in the other night. So I've still got the thread in there, and the hole for the roof rack, or the rail I should say. But yeah, next time you'll see it, it'll be all sanded down on top here. All this flaky clear coat gone. Just finished stripping off all the clear coat and a few layers of paint on the roof. So we're right down to the factory coat and the factory primer in each. So these just stand up nice and flat. This is that panel bond, rock hard, fills in all the gaps. It's a bit of a notch in there, but it's alright. Just been sanding back my rear spoiler. Looks like it's got a number of layers of paint on it, so it's been painted a few times. But just strip back to all the flaky clear coat. Yeah, and just stripped off the tops of my front guards where it's starting to go white. And I'll just prime the top and paint the bottom. The roof is all stripped. Just gotta wait for the windscreen to come out and come down the front pillars. And same with the rear windows, take those out, and then I can do my rear guards, strip those back sort of. Just in the bulk of my mirrors. And I'm about to attempt to pull these apart, so it's a two-piece. It's all metal base. And yeah, try and pop that mirror lens out. Just got my handles to go. That's for the blue. Just assembling my mirror at the moment, so I'm just trying to feed my wire loom out of here. Then I've got to pull the plug off and pull it through that small hole. So pull this out, because there's no plug on this end. And then I can separate the housing from the body. And then, yeah, do a bit more thorough paint job on what's been done on here. The mirrors are all pulled apart now. It's pretty solid mounts that bolts to the door, and you have your mirror off it. But yeah, I pulled it apart, pulled all the glass and the main piece out of it. But yeah, these are metal. I know, I just weighed these two, and it's 1.4 kgs just for these two mounts. It's not even including the rest of the mirror. It's pretty heavy. So yeah, I'm going to put these in the sandblaster so I can get into the crooks and crannies and thorough sand these up, do the last of the flaky clear coat. As you can see, it's a bit crap, and sand this up. I can't seem to get that mirror out, so I'm going to have to tape it up. Yeah, I've just got my handles over there soaking. Just trying to get all the grease off all these springs and stuff. So yeah, I'll wipe the feeds up and sandblast those. Just finished setting back all these handles, getting off all the flaky clear coat. I'll put them in the blast as well, so I can open up those and blast it all in there, so it's all keyed up before paint to stick. Sanded the spool up the other night, and just been sanding up these mirror covers, taking all the old clear coat off, so they're all sweet for primer now. And yeah, just blasted these up, gave a quick sand over, and just sanded up the front mirror. Just taped up the old glass, mirror glass, so it doesn't get scratched. Yeah, that's pretty much all the little bits that are going to go, well, that have come off the vehicle. So other than that, just the guards, the roof, rear guards. Potentially might just spray through the doors just to make it easier, just go straight through. A little bit more prep time, but then at least the whole side of the car's looking mint. And yeah, I'll just try and get these windows pulled out and carry on sanding down. Just removing my spare wheel bracket. So I've just popped off these two covers, one off there and one at the bottom there. Yeah, just a few clips on there, broken, but oh well. It's all plastic, it's not so bad. So yeah, I'm going to unbolt this and sand up around it, because they have painted down to it previously and it's all peeling along where the flare goes, and no doubt around this. Spare wheel bracket's now off, so you just left these holes just where the bolts are, well, I should say nuts, where they're all kept into the side of the vehicle. Somewhere in there. Just started my front bumper, just trying to separate the two. As you would know, be rusty as bolts, so they more likely snap. Look at that. Yum. So I sprayed some rust off on there, so hopefully we can get it apart and then it'll be easier to sand and more of a thorough job. And as I expected, the first bolt went undo, snapped straight away. So no doubt all these will snap, so I have to put some new speed clips in there and new bolts, just so it's all screws back together sweet. Had my painter at work prime these up tonight, so these are my mirrors separated. And then over here I have all my handles all primed. All primed right up underneath too. We had these opened up and then we close them as we prime them. And the caps for the rear spoiler, which is over here. So these can sit and cure, and I'll send them back ready for paint, and they'll be painted at the same time as the Hilux Surf roof and guards and rear guard. More progress on the Surf today. I've had the windscreen removed, and I've got in the paint booth to be primed up. It's all on work time, so I couldn't video it. I had the rear windows removed too today. Rear guard all primed, and then the top of the tailgate, roof, and then back down this side. So some nice progress. So this can sit and cure, and I'll work on it over the next couple of weeks and carry on with the rest of the truck and silver bits.